Do you stream with OBS Studio? With Own Pro you get free access to overlays and alerts. Just download our free plugin for OBS Studio.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the gaming careers, sharing your insights. So let's dive in. So to get started, the first thing that you're going to need to do is to head to the Nightbot website. That is nightbot.tv, and you should be greeted with a screen similar to this, and we're going to click sign up. Now, like many of the streaming services that we use, you're going to need to authorize either your Twitch or your YouTube account to connect with Nightbot. So for me, I'm going to be using Twitch. But the process is exactly the same for YouTube. You're basically going to log into your Twitch or YouTube account and authorize the Nightbot application to use some of your Twitch credentials. Once you've authorized your Twitch or YouTube accounts, you should be taken to the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is sort of a central location where you can see some statistics about how Nightbot has been interacting with your chat, such as, how many commands or timeouts or messages it's sent, as well as things like now, before we start playing around with all the different settings and commands, the first thing that we need to do is to have Nightbot actually join our Twitch channel. So if you click join channel up in the top right, you're going to get a little pop-up window saying that Nightbot has joined your channel, but you need to make sure that you give Nightbot the moderator status in your Twitch chat. If you are doing this with YouTube, currently you need to make sure that you're live when you're joining Nightbot into your channel. This is just to do with the API limits on YouTube currently, so hopefully that won't be a case for too much longer. But once you have had Nightbot join your channel, if you head over to your Twitch and YouTube channels to make sure that you add Nightbot to a moderator. So for Twitch, if we go to our Twitch channel, and as the instruction says, we type in /mod space Nightbot to give Nightbot the moderator status. You should see a text message just saying that you have added Nightbot as a moderator of this room. Believe it or not, that is actually all of the setup that you need to do to have Nightbot as part of your channel. Everything else now is tinkering with the options to get Nightbot to work in the specific way that you want it to. Now down the left hand side, you should have a list of all the different things you can set up for Nightbot. We'll start with commands. So if you click commands and then click default, we can see a list of the default commands that Nightbot has set up for us. Now, as you can see, there's quite a few default ones set up. There's things like showing the current game that you're streaming, running commercials, updating the title, things like that. Nightbot has already set these up, and as you can see over on the right hand side, for each one you can click to read some more information in the docs, and that's a really good place if you want to understand a little bit more about what that command is doing. So I'd highly recommend any of them that you're not sure about what they're going to do, click the docs link, and Nightbot actually has a really good documentation section where you can learn a lot more about how the commands work. You also have the option to disable or enable the command if you wish to, and if you click options, it's going to open up a new window where you can customize which level of user can actually access that command. So if they type in, what level of user is actually going to get some response back command if you wish to, and if you click options, it's going to open up a new window where you can customize which level of user can actually access that command. So if they type in, what level of user is actually going to get some response back from Nightbot, as well as some other options depending on the command. So why don't we look into one? Let's have a look at the game command and click options. Now the game command, if somebody types in !game into your chat, that will get Nightbot to respond with the current game that is being played on the stream. The default user level for the !game command is set to everyone, which means anybody in your chat can type the command. However, the game option also allows moderators or higher user levels to update the game. So if they do !game CSGO, then Nightbot will update the game to reflect that, but only moderators or higher user levels can modify the game. If somebody else tries to do it, they'll get a message saying that they can't edit it. The cooldown box below is just a way of being able to set what you want the cooldown to be. So this is the minimum amount of time before the command can be used again. So you obviously don't want to set this super low because you don't want people spamming your chat just to get a response out of Nightbot. And people don't really need to know what the game is more than every 10 seconds or so. So you can slide this across to be whatever cooldown you'd like. And when you're happy with your changes, you can just click submit. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of the commands because there's plenty of documentation explaining exactly what each command allows you to do, but I would advise spending some time here and just making sure that you're only enabling the commands that you want to and that you really understand how the Nightbot system works. So spend some time going through these default commands. When you're ready, we can resume the video and we're going to click the custom button just underneath commands here. Now in the custom commands we should see a table which will currently be empty because we haven't added any custom commands, but we are going to click the add command button in the top right and a new window should pop up. Now as we can see, Nightbot has actually provided us with an example which we'll go along with. So let's say we wanted to create a command that would allow users to be able to find out from Nightbot a link to our